bringing people over here, people they went to school with or coming in the town on business. Come on, play for me. Oh, great. Well, you got to have a goal. You got to do people. I taught for 39 years. I had a piano there in my studio where I hadn't moved after I moved down here. So the 39 years I taught. And the funny part was I never wanted to teach. We were losing our home. Nobody could get a job. You'd be lucky if you got $1 a day to get something to eat on. And we had the 4 children. People were asking me, will you teach my children? So I didn't want to teach. But I thought, well, to put a little food in my mouth, in their mouth, I started out to teach, and I wound up doing it for 39 years. But strangely, it was one of the things I most. Now let's see, what else? Great. A boy that I had from the neighborhood when he was about 5 years old, and I had him all the way through high school. And he went out, he played piano very well. Then he went out west, he and his wife went out there, and he called me to tell me that he's now taking piano lessons again. And he said he's an extra in some of these, he's really into acting, that's what he wants to do. So he said, I was there as an extra, and they needed a piano background of some hymns. So they said, David, I understand you play the piano. So he sat down. He said, you know, 2 people came up and said to me, Ma, you have a beautiful touch. He said, I owe it all to my former music teacher, Mrs. Irwin from Hamilton.
Just a...
your father was a strict German, and she was a young girl. She wanted to quit playing, you know, practicing. So when she was like, what, 13?
Well, I started piano when I was 8, and I
Okay.
was about 13. And by that time, I thought I was wonderful. I could play, you know, read, sight, read. Oh, I thought it was great. Entertain the kids from school. And he made me practice an hour every day, 1 lesson a week. But during the summer, when everybody else was off, he would make me take 2 lessons a week, and I had to practice 2 hours a day. He said, all right, tell the teacher when she comes that you're not going to study anymore. So my mother told her. By the way, I think they paid 50 cents a lesson for a half-an-hour lesson in those days. See, he told her that I wasn't going to study anymore. And he said, oh, it's all right. Okay. So next day I had a girl come home from school. She wanted to hear me play. And I went in there. Piano was locked. Had a key. Piano was locked. So I said, Mom, where's the key? The piano's locked. Oh, I know. Your dad's going to sell the piano. What? So, yes. So they wouldn't let me touch that piano. They kept it locked for a whole summer. And by that time, I was begging to do it. That was my lesson.
That was good strategy.
And when my sister wouldn't practice on the violin, he'd come home. How much did you practice today? Didn't practice. He'd take a quarter and he'd throw it out in the bushes, real good dense bushes. I bet they found a lot of money there. She won a scholarship at the College of Music in Cincinnati.
Now you did it, Birdie. Now I want you to recite all the grandchildren's birthdays. No, I'm just kidding. You probably.
He's kidding you.
I'm kidding you. You probably could though, couldn't you?
Well, you mean 9 grandchildren or 14 great-grandchildren?
You could probably recite them all, couldn't you?
I can tell her names, but I can't tell her birthday.
All right.
Oh, me, so. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to lie down.
All right.
It was a great life.